Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papa's place. Guys, look at here. I finished it. Ain't that a beauty? Well, we're going to show y'all what I did to create this bow out of a 1960s bear cub bow. And then we'll get back and talk about it. Alright, guys. So we starting out with the old bear cub. And the best I can look up, this is somewhere in the 1960s. Now, I know I said in a previous video when I was showing this the 80s, but my mind was thinking 60s and my mouth said 80s. But anyway, the best I can determine, the bear cub glass powered was made somewhere in the 1960s. Maybe I was thinking I had it since the 80s, I don't know. But today we're going to transform this bow into something else. Now I done got the tiller measurement, and it's 1/8 longer on the top positive tiller than it is on the bottom, and that's what I kind of want it to stay 1/8 positive or neutral. I don't want no quarter. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the hand grip here, and I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to mark. I want a little bit of that sharpness took out, and I think I might take a little bit of this out to see if I can get my hand. See, it's a good 1/4 of an inch from the shelf. I'm going to try to get it moved up as close as I can, but yet keeping the feel of everything natural right there. After that, we're probably going to sand the limbs to see if we can take some pounds off. Now, I just checked the poundage again with this stylus scale, and it's like 49.7, 49.8 at my draw length, which is right at 29.5 or 29.25, 29.5. But I used an arrow, that way I can check it the same length when I get done. So we're going to see if we can take some pounds off of this. I would like for it to be about, I don't know, somewhere 46, 45 pounds, 44 pounds. We're going to see why it comes out. Now at this time, I'm thinking the color I'm going to go with, I picked up today, is dark cherry metallic. Or we may go with this midnight blue, guys. It just depends on, after I put the couple coats on, what it looks like. If the cherry red don't look good, it's probably going to be midnight blue. And then I'm going to order a custom string for it, but I ain't doing that till I see how the bow turns out. I'm going to try to leave a little bear emblem in there, just because that was something Bear did back in the day. If you do the research on this, they got different year models. They had pewter, nickel, gold plated. I know it wasn't gold, but gold plated. And I can't remember if I had a brass, but that's another way that you could help track the years these was made. Now this wasn't no expensive bow even back in the day, and it's probably, I don't know what to sell for on eBay when you come across one. Wouldn't surprise me if they ain't the same or more than they were back when they was new, for a good one anyway. So, also what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to round the shelf here where it's just straight and flat, because I want to shoot off the shelf. I'm going to try to round the shelf like the new bows nowadays and see what I can do there. So let's get started. Now I'm going to try to do this with a Dremel tool and this little sander here, and I may have to end up taking the belt sander and put it in the vise out there and see if I can do something. This is just a trial and error as I go here. And I may try to cut out just a little bit more on this shelf toward the center there. I got enough there I could take out probably an 8 to get it more on center with the arrows I'm shooting. Okay guys, it don't take much to make a custom fit grip. Y'all see out on this side I took out kind of like a indentions like that for my fingers come around. Each finger has its own groove. The top one on both sides. I took out some of that belly. It got my hand right up there under the shelf. I rolled the shelf over. I rolled the shelf where it's contoured. Then I took just a little bit out of the sight window, and I didn't want to take much. I basically wanted to take enough that when I put felt on there, that it'd be what it was to begin with. So I didn't take much out on that depth and then faded it back in. Now I'm going to take hand sandpaper and get all that real good and smooth before we go to painting. But now we're going to take the sander and see if we can take off some of this poundage. But I think I'm going to start on the back of the limb. I'm calling this the back and that's the front. I know that ain't the terminology for both. But I'm going to do it on the back of the limbs right here, a little bit on both limbs. Then put it back on the scale and see if we're getting the poundage down in. Again, if this little sander here don't take off enough, I may have to get the belt sander. Guys, that ain't made no difference in the poundage at this time, but now I ain't even got through the paint real good, but I just want to take it slow and easy. But I am going to do the front side now some and the front side here some. Just keep playing with it till I see if it makes any changes. But yet, they shootable. Guys, we went from 49.7 or 0.8 down to 46 point something, but y'all see I had to get the belt sander out and get down to the, I'm assuming that's fiberglass. It says glass powered. Who knows, it may be asbestos since it's back in the 60s. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? But anyway, we got it where we want it. Now I'm finna sit over there and do some hand sanding. And I'm gonna spray paint it. Now, I ain't gonna show that part, because the hand sanding, I'm gonna just do it with hand sandpaper and get it smoothed up. And I'm gonna hang it up outside and I'm gonna spray it. Now this here is automotive paint. And since most of this is fiberglass, this here is wood, but most of that's been painted. I'm pretty sure this will stick. That's what I'm going with anyway. So after we get it painted and I get my new custom made string in, I'll get back with y'all. So what did y'all think about that, guys? To turn that old bow into something that looks like this. As y'all can see, I named this bow Midnight Special. Now I didn't think I would want to hunt with this. This was just something I was wanting to do to have a little project and something to shoot around the house. But dadgum, this bow is so quiet. Now I'm shooting a 600 spine arrow with a 150 grain tip with a 50 grain insert. So that's 200 grains up front. A total of 359 point something grains. I just call it 360. Now I ain't shot it through the chronograph, but how y'all like that beautiful blue string? Now when I was building this bow, I got this beautiful custom string from TT&T Strings. And if you're interested in a good bowstring for any kind of bow, this is a Flemish twist string. You can look him up on Facebook and send him emails what I did. I told him what my bow was, what the ammo length was, and when he asked me for the color, I said, I want you to just make a string that looks good on a midnight blue. I'm just doing a project bow here. And I don't think you could have asked for anything any prettier than that light and dark blue. I love how he puts the double cat whiskers on them strings. But I will tell you, when you get them out of the mailbox, be very careful. Open them, because I was so excited to get them out a while ago when I got home from work and seen them in the mailbox. I took a pair of scissors and cut across the top of the bag. And guys, it was lucky I didn't get my string. I did get a little bit of the cat whiskers right there off of that one. So shake them down to the bottom. And he also puts these, I love the knots he puts on here. You can turn them and adjust them up and down your string. But I think that silver Midnight Special there just makes it shine. I took a silver paint pen and I put 1960s Bear Cub. I don't know the exact date, but it was in the 1960s from looking up the serial number, the ammo, and the string length. And y'all see I took this bow from a 47 pound down to a 40 pound. So at my draw length, I'm pulling 43 pounds with it now. But just listen how quiet this is, and this ain't no heavy arrow. I'm gonna get right here by y'all. Y'all see that rabbit across that ditch? That's about 40 yards. I ought to take a wild shot at him, shouldn't I? I ain't gonna do that. I don't want to lose my air, but I'm gonna shoot at that little green ball here and let y'all hear how quiet this is. I'm gonna get right beside y'all. I'm still shooting low like I always do. I shoot about 4 inches low. But I just got this out this evening. I played with the arrows. I knew the arrows had to be close because I got another bow, which I'm gonna be doing a review on. I purchased a bow and I got it tuned up, and that's the one I've been practicing with while I was doing this project bow here. So all I had to do was play with tips with my bare shaft and see which one the bare shaft tuned with, and it tuned with the 150 grains, so that makes 200 grains up front. But like I said, if you come across any old bows, especially people throwing them away or want $15 or $20 something, just a little bit of nothing, you can make a good project bow. And that right there fits my hand so good. And no more than I've shot it this evening. It does stack a little bit on me though. When it comes back here, about right there, it starts stacking. But for a 28, somebody pulls about 27 or 28 inch draw, ain't nothing wrong with that bow. Now I didn't, y'all, if you didn't see the chronograph, I shot this bow through the chronograph before I done the project and took it down to 40 pounds. We may go get the chronograph here in a minute and shoot it through there with this arrow and see what it's shooting. Matter of fact, I think that's what we'll do right now. Well guys, I said we're gonna shoot this through this chronograph and get speed out of it, but it's late in the evening and it's cloudy. It actually like it's gonna come a little rain shower here. But I'm gonna see if it'll pick it up, but I don't think it's gonna pick it up cloudy as it is. Yes, it did. 42 point something pounds at 175. 175, guys. This little bear cub slings an arrow. Now we're gonna do it again, but this is really making me wish I wouldn't have went with these bright, pretty colors. But I just may have to hunt with this, because, yeah, 42 pounds and 175 feet a second with 200 grains up front. Let's try it again. $179 feet a second. And that thing is quiet. It ain't, I mean, I'm saying hand vibration. It ain't enough hand vibration there for nothing. I mean, talking about that's a sweet shooting old bow. So I may just be going hunting with a midnight special bow here. I may have to put some of my face camouflage over that silver right there so it won't be flashing up the tree. I think the dark blue, that'll be all right. Dark blue ain't that noticeable up in the tree because it's a dark color. But guys, if you like this little bow, you like seeing these little videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you got any questions, please put them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them the best I can. This is the first bow I've ever reworked in my life. It was a fun little project. Is it perfect? No, it ain't perfect. Y'all seen me sanding with a belt sander in the vise up there. But it's pretty. It's nothing outstanding. The grip fits my hand better than any bow that I probably could buy off the shelf that fits it. And it just shoots sweet. Y'all hear how quiet it is and how many bows pulling 42 point, and I'm gonna call it 43 pounds because it's 42.78 or something like that. So 43 pound bow at 29. I'm calling my draw length 29 1/4, shooting 178 and 179. I'm gonna do it one more time. Let's see what it does third shot. .176. Guys, I don't think you can beat it. But I hope y'all enjoyed seeing this, maybe to give you some ideas, because it's just a fun project, easy to do. I actually got another old longbow that I'm gonna cut down on another video, and I'm gonna bring it on down to like a 30-pound bow just for a fun bow. It's an old cheap longbow that hand shocks so bad when it goes off it shakes my brain in my head. So I'm gonna just shave it down, make a weak bow out of it, and just for something fun to shoot. So y'all be watching out for that. In case you haven't never subscribed, please reach down there and hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing. You never know what you might see Papa's place doing. But guys, as always, I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time.